Belgrade is located on the Balkan and is the capital city of Serbia. The city has a very long history and has been on the border of many empires. The city is in a very strategic place between east and west and north and south, right on the junction of two mighty rivers. For this reason, the city developed around a fortified hill called Kalemegdan. This fortress could be considered to be the starting place, the nucleus of the city. From Kalemegdan fortress, the city grew outwards. But there is also another city within the modern borders of Belgrade. This is the city of Zemun, now swallowed up by the greater metro area of Belgrade. But this used to be an independent city, often on the other side of a border. Like Belgrade, it started with a fortress on a hill. But why are the two cities so close but yet so different? Zemun's development went up from the hill towards the river, where now a lovely boulevard is, where people eat, walk, feed the swans, and enjoy a beautiful sunset. Yet the development of Belgrade went from the ancient fortress of Kalemegdan away from the river to the east side. The mighty defensive walls facing the river front largely remain, and yet even more barriers were constructed throughout history, the latest being the busy road built on top of the former rail track. In my research, I want to focus on what we can do to overcome these barriers. And furthermore, I want to compare the city of Seymoun and the Kulagardos, the fortress tower, with Kalamegdan, and especially in context how they approach the river. The day before the workshop, we took pictures of our project locations. Every student selected two pictures which told the story of their research question. The pictures were randomly passed on amongst all students who could use less and less time every round to sketch a copy of each picture. The first round we could use 15 minutes. The last round only a meager 5 seconds. The exercise was, of course, to get straight to the core and essence of this picture. When all sketches were pinned up on the wall, we debated which sketches would complement each other and form a synergistic whole. This composition of the stack of tracing papers we named with one single word. This word we used to gain a deeper understanding of the layered structure of the location. In my case, the words barrier and panorama came out of this exercise. So one of the two important keywords is panorama. Let's see at Deftedarska Kapia, Deftedar Gate, what this means. So we can say that panorama means a great vista, far away oversight over something beautiful, the horizon. But there is also very much distance. You gaze from afar, but you never get close. There's no direct connection. Though the panoramic view in Zemun is very different. Yes, there is a great view, a panoramic view from the top of the tower, the top of the fortress. But there is also a direct connection route from the panorama viewpoint through the scenic town with its cobblestone streets towards the lovely, lovely waterfront. And that brings me to the second key word, barriers. Here in Zeemun, they broke the barriers by using either the lovely cobblestone streets, or there is also this scenic staircase that will lead you from the town and the riverfront directly into the fortress, and vice versa. So how can we use this gained knowledge to Kalamekdan? Let's first analyze the situation very briefly. The fortress of Kalamegdan has 4 main gates, 3 of them are mainly used and one of them is often overlooked. 2 gates have a direct path into the old city, the third has been recently connected to Beton Hala via a walkway and a bridge. It's not a very obvious route, but it is a connection nonetheless. Let's have a look. So we established that 3 out of the 4 gates are connected to the urban activity. But what about Devtedarska Kapia? Why is hardly anyone using this one? For the answer to this question, we should zoom out a little bit. To the right, there is the activity of the restaurants of Beton Hala. To the left is the activity of the sports arena. In between, there is a lovely walk and bike path along the river, but it's not backed up by urban busyness. So only people who need to travel from one side to the other are passing by. This is unfortunate because there are some lovely places along this part of the riverfront. For example, here is a new bench to watch the sunset. And a little bit further along, you have this marina. And also, there are a couple of splavs to get something to eat or drink or enjoy yourself. But most notable is the Kula Nebosha. This is a museum, a cultural center, an exhibition installation. The main problem why the park can't connect to all these places of interest along the riverside is this awful busy road. This barrier we need to overcome. As an intervention, I would like to suggest a floating connection from Deftedarka Gate to multiple points of interest along the river. In between is the park with all its archaeological treasures. So this construction must be light and tiptoeing through the park like a ballerina, with as less contact to the ground as possible. I find this bridge in my home city of Utrecht, designed by CPZ, a remarkable good reference. Thank you so much, guys, for your attention and this very inspirational trip that we had to Belgrade. Thank you so very much.